Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to solve day 9 problem of this month on LeetCode. If you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started. So today we are going to solve problem number 2540, that is minimum common value. So in this problem we have given two integer arrays nums1 and nums2 sorted in non-decreasing order. So see, this is nums1 array. All the elements in nums1 array are in increasing order, and this is nums2 array, and in this nums2 array all the elements are in increasing order. Okay, and we have to return the minimum integer common to both arrays. Okay, so what is the common integer here in both the arrays? 2, and 2 is the minimum common integer, right? 2 is the minimum common integer, so we have to return this 2. Okay, and if there is no common integer amongst nums1 and nums2, then in that case we have to return -1. Okay, and note that an integer is said to be common to nums1 and nums2 if both arrays have at least one occurrence of that integer. Okay, so we have to just find the common integer between the two arrays, right? First common integer, because arrays are already sorted, right? So now let's understand this with an example here. So I have copied this input. Okay, so in this input two nums array given to us. Okay, so I am going to initialize, I'm going to use 2 pointers. Okay, so first my I is at index 0, I is at index 0. Okay, and I is here pointing to this first element. Okay, this index for the nums1 array, and my j is also equal to 0. Okay, my j is also equal to 0. This is another pointer, and right now it is pointing to the first element of my nums2 array. Okay, so I'm going to use two pointers, I and j, and I is going to run until this element. Okay, until this element, until my nums1 dot length -1, and j is going to run until nums2 dot length -1. Okay, until here. Okay, so first I'm going to check if my first element, that is this 2, okay, this 2 is less than this element 1. Okay, but here you see this 2, right now this 2 is greater than this one, right? This 2 is greater than this one. So in that case I am going to increment my j, and now my j is pointing to this position. Okay, now my j is at this position. If here you see, right now my I, that is this nums1 of I, is 2, right? And 2 is greater than my j, right? That is 1. So definitely my element that I am searching right now, minimum element, will be in the right of this nums2, right? Because it is increasing order, it is in increasing order. So now my j is incremented, and now my j is pointing to this 5. Okay, now I am going to compare if this 2 is equal to 5 right now. No, 2 is not equal to 5, right? If 2 is not equal to 5, then definitely I'm going to move my I to the next position, right? So now my I reaches here. This is a new index, new I, nums1 of I. Now I'm going to check if my 4 is equal to 5. No, 4 is not equal to 5, but here 4 is less than 5. So 4 is less than 5, that means that I have to move to the next element in my nums1, right? So now my I reaches here. So this is my new position of I. Okay, and now again I am going to check if my nums of 1 of I is equal to my nums2 of j. So both are 5 right now. Okay, if both are 5, then in that case I have to return the output. I have to return the common integer, first minimum common integer, right? So here I am returning the output as 5. Okay, so first I am going to start from both I and j. I and j are initial pointers, and I am going to check if both the elements are same or not. Both are not same, then I am going to check which is smaller in this case, which is smaller. So this one is smaller, then I move forward, my j moves forward to here. Okay, then I compare 2 and 5. I check which is smaller. This 2 is smaller, then my I moves forward. Okay, then I compare both 4 and 5. So which is smaller? This 4 is smaller, then I increase my I, move forward. So okay, my I moves forward, and when my I moves forward, I compare both the elements. Now both elements are same, so if both are same, I am going to return the output. Okay, so this is a simple thing that we are going to use to solve this problem. Now let's write the code. Same story I'm going to write. So I am going to use 2 pointers. So int I is equal to 0, int j is equal to 0. Okay, so this is clear. Then my while loop I'm going to use, and my I pointer is going to run until nums1 dot length, right? Nums1 dot length, and my j is going to run till the last element in my nums2, right? So I can write like this, nums2 dot length. Okay, so this is done. Now inside that I am going to check which element is smaller. If my nums1, okay, if my nums1 of I is smaller than my nums2 of j, right? In that case I have to increment the value of I, right? And if my nums of 2 of j, right, is smaller than nums of I, right? In that case I have to increment my j, right? This is a simple thing that I am doing, right? And we have checked the two conditions. If my nums1 of I is less than nums2 of j, if my nums2 of j is less than my nums1 of I, right? And else, in the else simply means that when both are the same, then in that case I have to just return any one value, because both are same. So I can write it like this, nums1 of I or nums2 of j, anything I can write, right? Nums1 of I. So here I am returning. Okay, and now outside of this while loop, if we don't find any minimum common integer, then I am going to return -1. Okay, so that's all. So now let's run the code and see the test cases. So all the test cases has been accepted. So now let me do one thing here. Let me add one more test case. This example test case that we pick 2 4 5 6. 2 4 5 6. Okay, 2 4 5 6, and what is my nubs2? 1 5 6 7. Okay, 1 5 6 7, 1 5 6 7. So what is the common element between them? First common, minimum common element, that is 5. Okay, so now let's run our code. So see, this is the test case number 3 and output is 5. Okay, so we are good. So now let's submit it. So our solution is accepted, and the runtime is also 1 millisecond as we are using 2 pointers. Okay, so I hope that you guys are clear with today's problem, and if you guys still have any question, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding, keep practicing. Meet you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.